back with you here on 5-Star Wrestling, and it is the Ring of Honor champion Jay Lethal taking on the incredible PJ Black. And as you saw just moments ago, our main event is set for the end of the hour as John Morrison defends the 5-Star Wrestling title for the first time ever on this show against Carlito. That's coming up very shortly. But you've got to believe that either of these two men would also make awesome challenges for John Morrison, as you can see there by PJ Black from Cape Town, South Africa. And PJ Black, I told you on this show before, is a man I know very, very well, and he is an incredible talent and a man that many believe has been underutilised by wrestling companies across the globe, former star of the WWE. So now he is here in 5-Star Wrestling, and you have to believe that he can see that the best way for him to make a statement that will be heard around the world is to win a major title in a major arena in the United Kingdom. So here at the Sheffield Arena, even though it's not for the Ring of Honor title, if PJ Black can beat Jay Lethal, it will be a shot heard around the world. And that's why we bring it to you as your second match here on this episode. Shazer, one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, Sting there. Little tribute by PJ Black, comes off the ropes. Shoulder block attempt, block and a block. Monkey flip. And Lethal lands hard there. Look at that sweep. Oh, Oklahoma roll by PJ Black, whose father was a professional wrestler. And these two guys, very, very well matched indeed. Jay Lethal, 5'10", PJ Black, slightly taller at 6'1". PJ Black has the weight advantage here, being 225 pounds, and Jay Lethal, the smaller of the two men, at 190. But they are in incredible shape between them. But the experience advantage will play a big advantage, as it always does, because PJ Black has been wrestling since 1997 and Jay Lethal started in 2001. So there is an experience and a height and a weight advantage going in the favour of PJ Black. But when it comes to momentum, the momentum advantage right now has to go to Lethal, who is the Ring of Honor World Champion. Remember, that title was called a World Championship when it was first defended by Samoa Joe in the United Kingdom, and since then former Ring of Honor champions have included AJ Styles, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. So Lethal, oh look at that, that was incredible. Lethal went for a La Magistral cradle and PJ Black was able to reverse that, showing that second generation wrestling ability. But as I was saying, Jay Lethal is really on a roll, and he is in some great company as Ring of Honor World Champion as he leapfrogs over, hits the ropes again. PJ Black follows him in, hits the ropes himself, ducks a clothesline, does Black, comes off, and a big hip toss, roll through, leapfrog, drop kick. My God, Jay Lethal. I mean, if you needed any more visual depiction of the kind of momentum I'm talking about in wrestling form, then it was that sequence right there between PJ Black and Jay Lethal, which, for the record, PJ Black was on the losing end of. PJ Black is 5 years older than Jay Lethal, and you've got to believe the physical wear and tear. Oh, look at that! Wow, both men, very similar to what we saw in our opening match here, both men had exactly the same idea. They both put their feet down. You can tell these guys were watching what happened earlier. And oh, look at that, Lethal there. And oh, what? Man, I made a noise on commentary there I've never quite done before, because that was a hell of a kick from out of nowhere. And PJ Black now, you're seeing shades of the PJ Black that really, only people that know him very well will be able to point out to you, because this guy is one of the coolest, calmest men you're ever going to meet. And that has an incredible advantage in a pro wrestling ring. And talking of cool, two of the coolest are coming up before the end of this program as Carlito gets his 5-Star Wrestling title shot against John Morrison. But as I was saying, PJ Black is just a cool customer, and that means that it gives him incredible advantages when it comes to cardiovascular conditioning, because he is so laid back It stops him from getting out of breath, the heart pumping, the blood racing like so many other people who feel the nerves. But as Jay Lethal walks into this match as the Ring of Honor champion, the other advantage that happens when you're a champion is you're used to being in matches where you have to be pinned or have to submit to lose. So, in all fairness, you've got one of the coolest men against one of the guys on the independent scene right now who has the most momentum going for him. So it's a very, very even match as we're seeing depicted with wrestling once again by these two men both fighting for that suplex. Who's going to get this one? Look at this. Talk about a stalemate. It's like watching two masters at chess, unable to get that killer move. When was the last time you saw two guys fight so hard for a suplex, and each time the increase in momentum is allowing the other to go higher and higher, and PJ Black reverses that. Oh, gosh. Well, I mentioned the tribute to Sting by Black earlier, and maybe that thing continues because it was that inverted DDT by Lethal in the centre of the ring. It was only able to score a 2. And this is a match when I heard we were having it on 5 Star Wrestling, I was looking forward to a lot. And you think of the incredible matches we've already had on 5 Star Wrestling, including last week's massive main event as AJ Styles took on Rey Mysterio. And as I mentioned earlier, Mysterio will be back on next week's show. But I can tell you now, it's just been confirmed, in 2 weeks from now, AJ Styles will return, and his opponent will be the man who wins this contest. You heard it here first. AJ Styles versus the winner of this contest in 2 weeks' time here on 5 Star Wrestling. As you can see, either of these two men against Styles will be an incredible contest. And you have to believe that whoever wins that eventual match with Styles will be in the running for a shot against John Morrison as a big drop kick right in the face there of PJ Black. And yeah, PJ Black knew exactly where he was. He was right underneath those ropes, and that was a big mistake there by Jay Lethal because the force of that kick was epic, but the positioning of PJ Black was not the best.
Now it's time to go to school.
And we've already seen the tribute to Sting, and now it's a tribute to Ric Flair. And that's what makes these two men so good, because they are not just masters of their profession, but they are fans of the industry as well. And look at this. Figure 4 leg lock in the centre of the ring. But again, PJ Black, he only has a 2-inch height advantage, but that's all it took to get to those ropes. And it's always an interesting thing, because when you're in the ring with somebody who is taller than your ring positioning, your idea of how far it is to reach the ropes is really distorted when somebody is taller than you are, because you forget they have that extra reach. And in that figure 4 leg lock, that 2 inches was the difference between PJ Black making the ropes and not. So already that height advantage is taking a toll. And talking about taking a toll, look at this. Big forearms, and you can now see these two really starting to slow down. That forearm bone straight in the face, and an uppercut under the jaw. Oh, and talking of under the jaw, that super kick, PJ Black. Oh, what? God, you couldn't have got a more visual camera shot of that one. Lethal hits the ropes, ducks a clothesline, kick in the midsection, and a second. Oh, God. Turn Lethal inside out, as did that clothesline. And this crowd here at the Sheffield Arena for 5 Star Wrestling showing their appreciation. Look at this on our replay. Incredible passage of action there. These two warriors, gladiators of the squared circle, giving everything they have, knowing full well that AJ Styles is waiting in the wings to take on the winner in just 2 weeks' time on this programme. Both men up now. Lethal charges, but runs straight into the big boot of PJ Black. Oh, lethal combination in the centre of the ring. And is the Ring of Honor champion going to win? 2 and wow. That lethal combination, remember, the lethal injection, that handspring into the Ace Crusher is the normal finishing move of Jay Lethal. But right there, that lethal injection followed up by that springboard drop kick. Where's Lethal going? Whoa! God! Whoa! Man! Lethal nearly took out someone in the first row here at the Sheffield Arena, but he turned his body into a missile, and that was directed in the face of PJ Black. And now Lethal on the top rope. What's he going for? Lethal up high. The Ring of Honor champion. Oh, tribute to Randy Savage, and that elbow drop from the heavens. And that's got to be all. No. Wow. These two guys paying homage to some of the greats. We've seen Sting, we've seen Ric Flair, and we just saw the late great Randy Savage with that tribute and the elbow drop from the top. And this crowd, chance of let's go Lethal, let's go Black. They are split down the middle on this one. Big chop. Lethal hits the ropes, comes back, and PJ Black's caught him. What's he going for here? And PJ, wow, what's he got? And brainbuster! My God, brainbuster, center of the ring. And are we going to see? 2.5. I was going to say, are we going to see an upset? Because if PJ Black, he's going for that springboard moonsault. It's how he beat Colt Cabana on our first episode. Can he beat Lethal? Can he beat? Whoa! So close. And as I was saying, if PJ Black can beat the Ring of Honor champion, you have to believe that he will be in line for a title shot over in Ring of Honor, and it would change the course of his career. And you've also got to believe a win against AJ Styles in 2 weeks' time would do the same. So if Black wins here, it is going to send his career into a completely new direction as he blocks that kick there from Lethal and comes back with one of his own.
450.
And he's calling for the 450. PJ Black's finishing move, and if he hits this one is over. And Lethal, gosh, Lethal there, kick the legs out, and what's he going for? No way, Lethal injection, center of the ring. Can Black kick out? Is he gonna? And Jay Lethal wins. Jay Lethal wins here on 5-Star Wrestling. God, what a contest. Wow. The Ring of Honor champion will now go on to face AJ Styles in just 2 weeks' time on this program. And what a match that will be. An incredible showing here by both men, and PJ Black's hopes of beating a champion of a major promotion have been dashed, at least for now, because Jay Lethal has just proven why he is the Ring of Honor World Champion. And what's going on here? And respect being shown to Black, and well deserved. But the fact remains that Jay Lethal, with the lethal injection, was able to beat Cape Town, South Africa's PJ Black. What's next for PJ Black? That's yet to be seen, but we know that Jay Lethal will take on AJ Styles in just 2 weeks' time. And let's not forget our big main event, Morrison v Carlito, is still to come. Don't go anywhere. 5-Star Wrestling continues.